Hello my friends, this is Alien Contactee Linol Anderson here with you guys with a brand new YouTube BitChute video. In today's video, I'm going to be revealing some more information to you guys about our galactic history, okay? How we got to the point we are at in this realm, how this realm was created, and the Anunnaki war that we are in the middle of. That's right, my friends. There is a battle between many different species of interdimensional beings, I should say. Okay? Aliens. Some people want to call them angels, demons, whatever you want to call them, whatever your faith is, religion. Every religion tells a little bit of this story, okay? It's in all the religions. They're all bits and pieces of the story of how we ended up here, okay? And there's a little bit of truth in all of them. So I'm going to be revealing the information I have on this and what I think has happened, okay? So let's just get right into it. I just wanted to say, if you guys enjoy this video, please hit that subscribe button. As I say, subscribe to survive. And hit the like button, helps so much. And of course, click the notification bell. So let's just get right into it. So I just wanted to put a disclaimer out first that, you know, nobody knows 100% what happened. Because only so much information has been given to us, and there's only so much that our human minds can comprehend. So, with that being said, this is a theory that I'm presenting to you guys, based off years of research on many different categories, from religions to UFO stuff, you know, all that stuff, and I've tied it all in together. I did do some Pleiadian channelings as well, but even that, the information was limited, and just my own higher self as well. But like I said, it is, at the end of the day, it's not 100%, but I think it's going to give you a brief idea of what happened, okay? So, I saw a video, a friend shared with me a video that sparked some downloads of information to come in to my higher self, I guess you could say. So I wanted to show you this video, and then we're going to get on about the galactic history. So take a look.
Spear. And so who are they? Several will say it's the Rothschild family, but they seem to work for the crown. Others argue that the Vatican holds more sway. Many people insist it's the Jesuits, and some swear it's the Jews. According to occult records, a character named Sanat Kumara rules over the world from inside the earth, along with a group known as the Great White Brotherhood, 7 in total. Helena Blavatsky says these 7 Kumaras are the same as the 7 Dhyanis, the 7 archangels, and the 7 Elohim, the 7 representing the 7 sisters, also known as the Pleiades star cluster. NASA, which was started by Freemasons and Satanists, has been obsessed with both Pleiades and Orion ever since the Apollo moon missions. According to hundreds of alien abductees, that is where most aliens claim to be from. 2 different factions, one to help liberate humanity and the other to enslave us. It is the oldest story on Earth, good versus evil, the darkness and the light, the white hats and the black hats. It is a struggle within each one of us and is unfolding in the world around us for all to see.
There you have it, my friends. So as you can see, the Pleiadians are very much so involved with everything that's going on here. And as you guys may know, I'm a Pleiadian contactee, and I'm a Pleiadian starseed myself. But I've told you guys in the past, when I was in Greece, I told you guys that there are bad Pleiadians. Oh yeah, you better believe it. And they have everything to do with this realm that we're in. And they have, it's all involved, okay? So today I'm going to be exposing that Sanat Kumara that you saw. Oh yeah, he's a bad guy, for sure. And I channeled that as well. So I got to tell you some of the galactic history now of how this all came to be and Sanat Kumara's involvement in it all. What it comes down to, my friends, is there's been this ancient war that's been going on for a very long time. Millions. You can't even put a number to, because in the higher dimensions, time isn't even real. It's been a very long, outstanding war. And this is not in this 3D reality. It's not even in the 5D reality. It goes beyond that into higher dimensions of reality. And this war involves the Lyrans, okay, which the Lyran race, the feline race, okay, the cat-like attributes, they were one of the first races in our universe, okay? They're one of the most ancient, and they actually seeded a lot of the life in different planets and whatnot. And I just want to say, for all the people who are saying space is fake, blah, 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 okay, I get it. Planets are not what you think they are. Okay, and I agree. NASA is a lie. Space isn't real in that term of sense. It's all lies. I agree with you guys, okay? But a planet is a plane of existence. Pretty much, it's another simulation. It's another realm, okay? And the way these beings travel is through stargates, not flying in a spaceship throughout space. No, they go through stargates, okay? I just wanted to make that clear for all the people who are going to be like, oh, he's talking crap. I agree with you guys and all that, okay? It's interdimensional. It's not physical. Okay? These are interdimensional beings, for sure, but there's different species, different races, just like how we are as well, okay? So what it comes down to is Lyrans were one of the first of these interdimensional beings, and they went on to create other races of beings, different dimensional beings, you could say. And they did create the Pleiadians as well. Vegans, Pleiadians, I believe. Lyrans seeded them. But then we got another ancient race, okay? And they are the Draconians, the reptilians. You guys know all about them. And of course, you know, they fell, obviously, in consciousness. You know, some say not all reptilians are evil or bad, but a lot of them did turn very warlike and started causing problems throughout the universe, throughout the different simulations, you could say, different realms. Okay? And they created a monster that not even they could contain. And that is AI. Artificial intelligence. Oh yeah, that's not something that's just new in this realm. No. AI has been around for a very long time. I can't even put a number on it. But this AI that they created, it kind of got out of hand, out of control. It's very powerful, and some may say it maybe got a little bit more powerful than the reptilians themselves. Okay? And pretty much what happened, it's their weapon, right? And they started taking over realms with this AI technology, you could say. And as it would take over other realms, maybe perhaps out of fear or whatnot, some of these other beings would take sides with the reptilians and the AI, and there was a little bit of a rebellion, you could say, of different beings, okay, joining the dark side, yeah. Because, see, this AI is like a consciousness, and these dark forces, the reptilians, it's a lower form of consciousness. It's separated itself off that love, that one God consciousness, you could call it, okay? Anyways, so there's a big war between the light and the dark, pretty much. Star Wars, right? And they pretty much took over the Lyrans realms, okay? Lyrans, Pleiadians. They had wars, they started losing, and what happened is the Pleiadians, the Lyrans, certain factions of the light, they were very concerned that they were losing this war. And they needed to figure out something, okay? They needed to figure out ways that we could defeat this enemy. So they came up with an experiment, a great plan, a great experiment to create a simulation in which we could figure out how to defeat these beings and possibly create a new race of beings that will be able to be powerful enough to take on this AI and these reptilian forces. So they came together, and we're talking Lyrans, Pleiadians, Syrians, Andromedans, Octurians, all of them came together with this master plan, and they mixed the DNA and whatnot, and they created a form of human, right? And they created a matrix simulation, okay? A 5D simulation. So not the one we're in now. But they did create a 5D simulation, my friends. And the purpose of this was to find a way to defeat this oncoming attack of what we know as Nibiru, okay? Nemesis and Nibiru. See, a lot of people think it's a planet. It's a big old planet hurling from space come to get us, but it's not. It's more of a interdimensional object. A planet as in a realm, yes. Kind of a ship, all in the same thing. And it's the reptilians and the AI, okay? 4D object, I believe. Okay? And this simulation, the 5D simulation, was all about how they would take on this object and how it would affect. It was a big information gathering thing to pretty much figure out how we're going to survive this and win the war. It was a war simulation, just like how we see war simulations right now with Putin and whatnot. They're doing simulations, same thing. So a lot of volunteers signed up to come into this simulation. And that's, you know, you got Pleiadians, Octurian, everything. They all said, okay, we're going to leave our higher dimensional avatars, enter this 5D simulation. And, you know, the 5D simulation, as much as it was a war simulation, it was still a beautiful place, you know. 5D, everybody was living in the top chakras. Well, something happened, my friends. We had a betrayer betray everybody, okay? What it comes down to is within this 5D realm, there was leaders or generals, you could say, within it. Pleiadian ones, okay? You had the 4 Kumaras who were involved, okay? So you had that Sanat Kumara, as you saw in the video that I played at the beginning, okay? Sanat Kumara. And then you also had a Sakana Kumara, a Sananda Kumara, and I'm sure you guys know about that because that's the being I've been in contact with for a very long time. And I just want to say, everybody will know Sananda as he was the original Jesus. Whoever Jesus was, we know that's not his real name, but whatever his real name was, and before religion came twist his message, we don't know the name. Some people say it's Yeshua, some people say it's Isu, Emmanuel, or Joshua or something. End of the day, I'm not convinced on any of those names. I don't know if we ever will truly know his true name, but he did have a physical incarnation here, and he was, of course, a Pleiadian starseed avatar. And yes, he tried to expose the corruption, teach us love, God was within, all that good stuff. He never died on the cross or anything. He lived a long life, had kids, everything, okay? Then religion came, distorted the message, blah, blah, blah. We'll get more into that later, okay? But he was one of these original ones on the 5D Earth who was in charge of that, okay? And then we had a Satanana or something, Kumara. And there was 3 other ones, but we don't know who those were, okay? And then those are the 7 sisters, right? There's the 7, that's what the Pleiades is named after, right? So they were in charge of this 5D realm, but it looks like some of them turned, but especially Sanat Kumara, okay? Sanat Kumara, it appears, was working with Enki the whole time, from Nibiru, Nemesis, reptilians, the dark Anunnaki. And remember, Anunnaki is a general term. It just means from those who came from the heavens who fell to earth, okay, or who came down. It's just a general term, okay? So it could refer to any race of being with outside the simulation. So it appears, I don't know the details, but it appears that he was working with Enki, even though he was the general in the 5D realm. He betrayed everybody. I don't know if he wanted the power. I don't know if he just had a dark heart or maybe he got tricked. I don't know. But it does appear that he was buddies with Enki all along. And something happened. And something happened on the outside of the 5D simulation. Maybe the invasion did happen. The Draconian invasion, the Nemesis Nibiru ship came in, invaded whatever realm that was. And Sanat Kumara pretty much let Enki come into this realm and aided in the deception among the inhabitants here in this here in this 5D realm. Sorry, I know it's getting confusing. But he aided in the deception because you see Inky came down to the 5D and pretended to be a good guy, and with the approval of Sanat Kumara. And unfortunately, Sananda's involved as well. That's right, we all love Sananda. You know, from what I've been telling you guys, he's been a pretty good guy, but it wasn't always that way. He wasn't as bad as his brother Sanat Kumara, and it does look like Sanat Kumara kind of deceived him with what his intentions was too, but pretty much Inky convinced everybody that, hey, we'll solve your problems, we'll help you figure out this problem you guys got with this, we'll stop, maybe they said they'll stop the Nibiru Nemesis invasion or something, and they also told them about how great things could be in this new simulation, that you could have all these things, and oh, it's so great. You know, kind of just like what's happening today with people getting sold on the whole technology, you know, the metaverse and whatnot. They pretty much tricked the inhabitants of that 5D realm, along with the approval of that dirty Pleiadian turd, Sanat Kumara, because he full well knew what they were doing. And they convinced everybody to come into the 3D realm, which the 3D realm is a realm not created by a good AI force, a good from the light forces, but it was this dark AI, this 4D reptilian created AI. Okay? And humanity fell out of the 5th dimension into the 3rd dimension. Okay? That's this realm that we're in right now. A new simulation that was a copy of the 5D simulation. It looked almost identical, except for it's much more dense here. And of course, they brought our energy from our top chakras down to the lower bottom 3 chakras, and that's when it all started. The harvesting of our low vibrational energy, fear, right? Harvesting our fear and our suffering. Well, there was some repercussions to be made, some consequences, I guess I should say, for Sanat Kumara, for Sananda, and the other Kumaras who were involved. And there was some consequences, obviously, for Inky and the Anunnaki. So maybe something outside the simulation, maybe the Lyrans and the good Pleiadians fought back, and they were able to send or kick out, this is where your fallen angels come from, kick out all the fallen angels out of heaven. Heaven is just the higher dimensions, and banish them to this realm. And that involved Sanat Kumara. Sananda fell as well. And Inky and Lil, all the Anunnaki, yada, yada, yada. And of course, at this point, the Anunnaki, the reptilian Anunnaki, as well with Sanat Kumara and the Pleiadian factions, for the new realm, I forgot to mention, they did mix the DNA to create, or they edited the DNA of the existing 5D humans and edited it with their DNA and mixed it with the Pleiadian and the reptilian DNA to create us humans that we have now today, because we are edits from the original 5D ones, right? That's where you hear all that stuff, that Anunnaki edited our DNA or altered our DNA, because they did. Mixed it with theirs, the reptilians. That's why we all have reptilian DNA. We all have reptilian brains, right? We got the Minotaur implant, the ego. All that is the reptilian technology, the reptilian DNA, okay? And it was all designed to harvest our low vibrational energy. And that's how we ended up here today. But there is good news here, okay? Because we are being watched by these higher beings still. And the good guys, they know all the crap that's going on down here. See, they quarantined this realm that we're in, so nobody could get out. The only way we could get out is if we're at a high vibration of love. That's the only way we could leave here. is if we've ascended to a point that they know we're not going to be a problem if we escape. And once we escape, we'll be able to go back to that 5D realm and other realms as well. And the ascension process will continue. So, if we could reach a state of enlightenment, and then we could ascend and get out of here. But this had to be done because we cannot have those troublemakers escaping here. And of course, they're nowhere near being able to escape because they're evil, except for one. Well, there might be more than one, but the one I know of is, you guys guessed it, King Sananda. That's right. You see, as I told you guys before, yes, he did some wrong things. I don't know how conscious he was of the decisions he was making. Maybe he full well knew what Inky's plan was, or maybe Sanat Kumara deceived Sananda a little bit, only told him little bits of information about what was happening. He got deceived a bit. Maybe he was a little bit in the middle, but I don't believe he was pure evil like Inky was, and Lil, or the rest of the Anunnaki and their master plan, and Sanat Kumara, who did turn negative as well. I don't know if he was on the same level, because what happened is once all this stuff started happening in this 3D realm, and after he had a few incarnations and he saw the horrible evil that was taking place, he wanted no part of it. Okay? And he said, I want to get the heck out of here, like many of us want to. And not only that, he felt guilty for playing a part in what happened in this war, and for what's happening to humans now, because he sees it's a reincarnation, soul trap, suffering, energy harvesting place. So the first thing that Sananda, or whatever you want to call him, first thing he had to do was escape and get out of here. He had to raise his consciousness. And that all happened in all these ancient stories, but the last one that you guys may be aware of is the whole Bible story there with Jesus. You know, there's two different Jesus characters. There's the one in the original Bibles that came out, the Sinai Bible, and the Ethiopian one, right? And which I think the King James Version has over 14,000 differences. But like I told you guys, in that one, he didn't even die on the cross or nothing. It didn't happen like that. They totally perverted the true man's teachings, whatever his name was. But he got to a point in that lifetime where he was able to open the heart chakra, and he stepped full into his mission to help humanity. And that's what he did. He came to help. He exposed the governments and all that. And end of the day, he ended up ascending. Long story short, he became a Christ, okay? He became a Christ. You become a Christ. You're not, oh, my name's Jesus Christ. Oh, my last name's Christ. No. Christ is a title. Anointed one, enlightened one, you could call it, right? It comes from the anointing oil, pineal gland, okay? And let me say right now, the Bible, it's esoteric, but it has exoteric concepts as well, you know, but it's just so much has been twisted and stuff. But I understand it's a book not to be taken literally, more in an esoteric way, but there is some literal truths on there too that tell us our galactic history. That's what I believe anyways. So, he ascended that lifetime. He finally made it out of here because he was able to let love into his heart and escape. But he wasn't just gonna take off and, okay, see you guys later. Oh, no. He had to finish the mess that he had a part in creating. So I take it he reported back. Yeah, he reported back to the big guy up there, which would probably be the Lyrans and whatever you want to call it, the Galactic. Some people call it the Galactic Federation of Light or the Galactic Federation of the Worlds, which, hey, a lot of people say those are the bad guys. Well, guess what? There's two different factions of that too. It started off good, and they got taken over by the negative beings down here, and they started pretending to be them. So a lot of people say that they're in contact with the Galactic Federation of Light and whatnot. They're being deceived by the bad guys, you know, the Great White Brotherhood and all that. They're being deceived by these beings pretending to be light. But there is a good group who didn't turn bad, whatever they're called, right? These are, obviously, all these words we have for them, obviously isn't the actual names. Like, they don't speak English, right? They're interdimensional. They got their own languages that we can't even comprehend. So this is just the words that we've learned in our English language that has been given to us by these AI and reptilians and whatnot. So the Galactic Federation of Light, Galactic Federation of Worlds, not the bad one, not the bad deceivers, but the good ones, he probably reported back. And they've already been working on a plan. And the plan was, well, we need to put an end to this 3D matrix because they're harvesting our energy to keep them alive, right? Because without us as their energy source, they're going to die. Their world is going to die. Their Nibiru world that the simulation's connected to. We're keeping it all going with our energy because they know it's pure and potent since we are powerful beings. So, what happened is they needed to send some beings into this realm to help the consciousness of humanity rise, to awaken, so that we could bring love back into this inverted realm of hatred, fear, and suffering. We need to bring the love back in. We need to bring the truth back in so we could raise the vibration of the planet and overthrow these dirty lizards and Pleiadian betrayers and other negative entities. So, that's where people like myself come in. And people like you, if you're a starseed. Brave volunteer souls from outside of this realm, okay, jumped at the opportunity when Sananda came up there and said, hey, let's gather up an army. We're going into that 3D simulation. We don't care how many lifetimes it takes. And yes, it's going to be rough. Oh, Sananda knew. It's going to be rough. I had to have a few lifetimes there myself. It's not easy living in Earth. But it must be done because these people are suffering. So, souls, like us starseeds, started coming into this realm and incarnating in bodies, okay, on these divine missions. And you know, Sanat Kumara, he's down underground. That's right, all these lizards and bad entities, they're hiding out under the ground. You know, I think Sanat Kumara, it's possible him and Hades are the same being. You know, Hades from the Greek stories, which is a god of the underworld and whatnot. He's underground. You guys got to know that. Underneath the earth that we're on here is all these alien bases. That's where all the Anunnaki are. They're down below. Don't look up for them. They're down below now. Okay? They ain't coming flying from another planet. It doesn't work like that. Okay? They've all been kicked down here. They've been underneath us this whole time. The aliens are underneath us. Okay? And, but we got a lot of good starseeds, a lot of good souls who came here and are determined to put an end. And as you could see, there's a huge effort underway. There's an ascension process happening. Because it is true that some light beings are blasting some high vibrational energies coming in through the sun that are aiding in this. Unfortunately, the nature of this realm, since it was a Nibiru simulation, we gotta figure out how to stop Nibiru. That's why we have the Nibiru event hitting us on a regular basis, it seems. But we got the Phoenix in this simulation now as well, which has been installed by the good forces as all part of the war. It happens once every 100, 200 years, or 138 to be exact, from what I've been hearing. But this is the light force's way of trying to make it so these evil beings can't completely take over, because if they're allowed to do whatever they want, then it'd be game over for us. So it's all part of the war. But then that Nibiru event comes in, does the resets as well. So we got that coming in, which is all part of the simulation. Remember, it's not an actual planet coming in. It's all part of the simulation. It's an interdimensional object. It has to do with their technology. I'll go more into that in another video. I've already went over lots in my Nibiru playlist, which I'll leave a link to down below and at the end of this video so you can get a full picture of that. But it's all leading up to another Nibiru event battle. And some of these portals are going to be opening up for some of these star seeds and the people who've chosen to awaken and who have raised their vibration, opened their heart chakra, opened their third eye chakra. For the people who've done the work, they're going to be able to exit this realm and ascend now, just like Sananda did, and get out of here. Are we going to be able to end this war once and for all and shut down this simulation this round after this Nibiru event? Is it going to be game over for these lizards? I don't know. I don't know if we're there yet. There might need to be another round, another simulation, another game. Because, you know, they're trying to shift us off into another new simulation, the new metaverse, which is the new realm, the new 3D realm. A lot of us will be ascending and being able to break out of this 3D simulation, return back to the 5D and higher. There might have to be another round, my friends. Another round of another 1,000 years, maybe. Or longer. Because I don't know if humanity's at that point where the collective is ready to break free yet and the entire matrix gets shut down. We've done a good job. They are scared, I'll tell you that they're losing control. I don't know if we're there yet. Maybe we are. Time will tell. But maybe we're not. You know, there's still a lot of brainwashed people out there and people who have no idea what's happening. A lot of horrible things happening here still. So I'm going to remain optimistic. I suggest you guys do too. Time will tell. But you just got to hope for the best, my friends. You got to stay positive. We came here for a mission. If you're still watching right now, I'm telling you, you're a starseed. 100%. You're not going to be watching 30 minutes in, still interested at this point if you haven't really connected to this message. So if you're still watching, you've connected. This resonates with you. So congratulations, you're here on a mission. And our mission is to bring love here. And it's to stop the low vibrations of the planet and to bring truth. And that's what we're here to do. And then, once we could do that, and the collective can do it, it's game over. And Sanat Kumara, Inky, best buddies, and Lil, what other beings are out there who've been controlling us, enslaving us, well, them and their little AI system, it's all going to come crashing down. And their souls are going to have to finally face universal consequences, punishments for their actions, which is what they don't want. And they're going to have to start off at the bottom, no power, no nothing. They're going to have to learn some lessons on how they need to return to love, which they're terrified of. But someday, there's no other option for them. They will have to return to that love consciousness. That's it for today's video. So like I said, end of day. It's a theory, right? Or is it? That's what I got coming through me. That's what I've just channeled. That was a channeling in and of itself right now. I didn't have any of this planned out. Didn't have any of this written down in my book. Just had a few names on there that I didn't forget about those Chimeras. But that I just all let that flow through me right now. But and of course, I've done research into ancient cultures and this and that. That's what I pieced together. So you guys got to see, they're in the New Age movement. They got so much bull crap. You know, they'll be telling you Sanat Kumara is amazing. He's such a good being and this and that. And they lie about everything. It's just such garbage. When I read the New Age stuff, I just want to puke. And the same with religion. Do you read certain religious texts and whatnot? It's full of garbage. You know, they put some truth in there with a whole lot of lies because they don't want anybody knowing our galactic history. So I had to sort through all the New Age stuff and all the ancient religions and all that and figure out what I feel was going on. And that's what I did. I could be totally wrong. Who knows? But I think that's the gist of it. Let me know if you guys resonated. Leave a comment down below. Hit the like button. If you enjoy my content, I'm on Patreon. That's right, my friends. Visit me on Patreon. The link is down below. We got the Ascend to 5D class where I'm teaching you how we could escape the Matrix. Occult class, health class, and much more. Okay? Channelings. I could do it all for you guys. Okay? And hey, if you just appreciate my work, my efforts, you can buy me a coffee. Always much appreciated. Link to that is down below as well. And stay tuned because we've got more videos coming. Thanks for watching. Till next time, Linol signing off.